Do 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 do. Alright, hi and what's up all my little beanie weenies, and welcome back to my channel. I am of course Hot Dogs, and we are doing another installment of my American Horror Story Sim series where I recreate every season of American Horror Story. And today we are going to be doing season number 4, Freak Show. So weirdly, this was actually the first lot that I built during the series when I first began working on it. I actually own seasons 1 through 4 on DVD, and then I stopped buying them after that. And 4 is a season that I've watched the least apart from Hotel. Hotel I've definitely watched the least, and then this one's above that. And I had just rewatched it because I was like, it's been a while. You know, let me randomly just watch it since I have it. And I actually didn't mind the season as much as I had thought I really liked it, but watching it back, I actually really enjoyed it apart from the ending. But that's when I decided, you know what, I'm going to build this on The Sims. I placed this lot in Windenburg because you can get this one lot that's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and I thought that was probably the most similar to that. And inside the big top, we have, of course, Edward Mordrake. He is a vampire in my version because he can do that, like, green aura. It's almost like the green fog that he has on the show. I dressed him mainly in black kind of furs, elegant, a lot of the vampire attire that you get with that pack. And I really liked his storyline and everything on the show. The only issue I really had with the show, apart from the ending, was all the characters they introduced just for like an episode or two. Like Neil Patrick Harris popped in and then left, and then Edward Mordrake. Thankfully, they kind of tied him in again at the end, so it kind of paid off. It wasn't as random as Coven was, or something like that. And weirdly, like, this was my first lot and my first Sims that I made in this series, and I think this is my worst lot, and I think this is my best Create-A-Sim. And then I felt like I was like, ooh, these Sims turned out really cute, and then I just reused these clothing items and stuff like that over and over again. So, I don't know, it's kind of weird and strange how that ended up. Of course, let me know down below in the comments what you think of all of my Sims and all of the lots. I love to know your opinions, and leave hate down below. But now we're gonna head out we're gonna go work counterclockwise around the lot, and if we go to the right of the big top, we see like a kitchen, outdoor kitchen area, and then there's tents and a fireplace and stuff like that right outside the concession stands, and that's kind of where all the freaks live. Freaks. Alright, and so right now we actually have Jimmy Darling and Ma Petite playing some horseshoe, and Jimmy Darling I thought turned out really cute. Again, he doesn't really look like Evan Peters, so I just kind of went with the vibe I got from his character. Like, if I were to illustrate him in a book or something, or imagine him from reading a book, this is what he would look like. I tried to make sure he had gloves on all the time. That way he could, you know, emphasize his hands, as that's kind of the only really thing, and you can't really represent that in The Sims, sadly. I mean, not really sadly for this case. However, I don't really want to represent that in my game personally. I guess you probably could with the Journey to Batuu stuff. I feel like something is in there that's usable elsewhere. But mainly besides that, I try to stick him in tank tops and jeans and stuff like that. Alright, and then we have Jimmy's mom, Ethel, played by Kathy Bates. She's heading from the camping area to the big top to sing a little song with Edward Mordrake. And Ethel is an alright character, apart from that horrible accent. Like, Jesus, it is annoying to listen to her. I would prefer, like, what the fuck is his name? John Travolta in Hairspray. I would rather him play that with like a beard in the drag though, as the mom, as Tracy's mom. But Tracy's mom with a beard, I would prefer that than Kathy Bates as Ethel, because that accent and everything was just miserable to listen to. At least when John Travolta was doing it, I was having like a good time. Kathy Bates, not so much. But I think I did great with this Create-A-Sim. I love how Ethel turned out. The beard looks great. All of the outfits I thought looked like something Ethel would wear. And I don't know, I really enjoyed this Create-A-Sim. But once we wrap that up, we're gonna head like through the concession stand area, down to the only other tent that we have, and that would be Elsa Mars's tent. Now, I did Jessica Lange so dirty in my Coven Create Sim. She wasn't in my Murder House one. She was like okay in my Asylum one as Sister Jude, but I actually think I pulled this Elsa Mars one off. I was like, you know what? This is my last Jessica Lange character I'm going to be making. I have to make sure this one's good, and I actually think she looks great. I don't know if she looks identical to Elsa Mars, but I think the character is there, the looks are there. I mainly dressed her in like blue tuxedos and stuff like that, and I don't know. I'm glad that I didn't mess up every single Jessica Lange Create a Sim I did. I at least think this one was a success. 1 out of 4. 3, not even 4. But now I'm just giving you some additional shots of her tent. It's mainly like one big bedroom, living room, and then there's 4 little corners that have their own little things. So one of them is just a bathtub, one of them is just a microphone, one of them is a toilet and a sink, and then I think the other one has an easel or something in it. And while I was showing that off, all of a sudden, there's a big blur of woohooing going on a couch, and that actually ends up being Ethel with her ex-husband, the strongman, Dell, Jimmy Darling's dad, who I'm going to show him off a little bit later. I wasn't anticipating showing him off now, but that just happened on its own, I guess. I left autonomy on accident. All right, now again, working our way counterclockwise around the lot. We're going to go behind Elsa Mars's tent, and back there we kind of have like the party area. There's a skating rink, and there's also the bar section. And again, this lot is like barely based on the Freak Show. I think I had like just found some debug items for the first time. I was just kind of doing whatever I wanted to, loosely based off of the Freak Show. So do they have a skating rink in the Freak Show? No, but they have a merry-go-round, so I guess this counts. And back there we actually see Twisty the Clown with Dandy Mott. They're kind of meeting for the first time and interacting before they decide to team up and go ham on everyone. I promise the last episode wasn't very graphic, but this one is going to get crazy. Alright, so this is Dandy Mott. I kind of dressed him in neutrals with one thing that was like a pop of color. So we'd have like all tan with a pop of coral, all black with a pop of green, always in loafers, this swoopy hair. He looks very rich. And then of course his party outfit is a dirty clown outfit, naturally. I think his creatism is really cute. I love Dandy. I think he's one of the best villains on American Horror Story. He's really fun to watch. His demise is fun and everything. I liked how it was like an arcing thing over the whole season. It didn't end too quickly. So yeah, I really like his character. But then, of course, opposite him, we have Twisty the Clown. 2 things I'm disappointed about when it comes to Twisty. 1, my Create-A-Sim. I was like having like a fun moment, and I was like, I don't want to just make him like every single outfit the same. Again, this was like the first Sims and lot that I had made for the series, so I was like in the mindset of like every outfit has to be different. And as you see from my previous ones, like the Asylum one and stuff, I got over that pretty quickly, and I was like, it's a nun. She's gonna wear the same outfit for every single outfit, you know. But I had not come to that conclusion yet for Twisty. So all of his outfits are very different. He has a few different clown ones. He has like a Grim Reaper outfit. He has another weird serial killer outfit. And now I personally regret that, because sometimes he's in a completely different outfit. He's not a clown. I don't know. He's Twisty. So I kind of regret that. Also, my second regret about Twisty is that he ended so early on the show. Like, what was with him only lasting 3-4 episodes maybe? What? And then they like tried to make like a cute reference in Cole, which I thought was whatever, but and they keep bringing him up because I don't know, it was just so lame. The conclusion of it was like weird. I don't know. I enjoyed the back character, like the back character. What? The backstory to the character and everything. But him being in like 3 episodes was just so stupid to me. But again, like I said, things are going to get graphic right about now. As you might know from the show, Dandy loves to have a gun. He loves to shoot people. And he saw that we had a few of our first guests for the evening arrive. And he decided, you know what? Why are you guys showing up on my night here? Like, I want this whole place to myself. Bang, bang. He shot him down. Bang, bang. And, everyone at the Freak Show Carnival, whatever you really want to call it, is running around freaking out. But the one person who isn't freaking out is, of course, our strong man, Del. He has decided to quit the conversations he was having and go straight up and find Dandy and beat some sense into him. When it came to Del's creatism, he turned out okay. He turned out alright. Doesn't really look like the character that much, and I wish I had like a mod or something, some way to make his muscles like even bigger. I just want him to be like jacked, but I loaded him up like all the way without him getting too fat, and he just doesn't look swole enough. But yeah, I stuck him in some Speedos, some tank tops to show off his muscles, a lot of shirtless stuff. And I think the facial hair really helps. Besides that, he doesn't necessarily even look like... I don't even think he has facial hair in the show. But for some reason, the facial hair made him look more like him in my sim. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but whatever. But of course, naturally, Del wins the fist fight. He kind of beats the crap out of Dandy. But what he does forget is that Dandy has a gun. And he's not afraid to use it. Thankfully, however, the cops had arrived a little bit before this, after the first shooting, but instead of helping prevent Del from getting shot or anything, they just shoot into the air a couple times before grabbing Dandy and swooping him up into a helicopter and arresting him. Weirdly, if you look in the background, you'll actually see that Dr. Thredson is here. I didn't film the gameplay until after I had built a few of the lots and decided that this was going to be a series. But Dr. Thredson apparently has arrived to see the freak show. Jimmy is naturally upset that his father is now dead, and he is freaking out, running around, going through, probably looking for his mom, as he actually ends up going to Ethel's caravan, which is in the middle of the lot. It has one like little small living room kitchen, and then there's one bedroom with a single bed back there. Ethel actually isn't in the caravan. I don't know where she is, but he kind of goes in there, freaks out for a little bit, and then runs back out. And it looks as though, since the arrest, the cops are kind of taking a break and deciding to skate around for a little bit, have some fun. They're like, no need to do any detective work or anything. We got our criminal pretty fast. And then, of course, they give you a little shot of above everything, the kind of layout of the lot, so you can see all the little buildings and stuff like that. But even though they have arrested Dandy, they forgot that there's another killer clown on the loose, Twisty. So while Jimmy is crying, he's upset that his dad is dead, he forgets that he's standing right next to a killer. And Twisty is definitely ready to see some blood. So he kills Jimmy really quick, and everyone is freaking out. The murder rate here is just going up and up, but the only person that isn't freaking out is his mom, Ethel, who seeks revenge and kills Twisty in honor of her son. But yeah, after that, everyone is still freaking out, running around, screaming in a panic. All the guests have pretty much left and went home. The cops are back on the case, looking around, trying to figure out what is going on. Surprisingly, I don't think they arrest Ethel at all, because they're not very good cops. And everyone's kind of freaking out. Elsa Mars actually leaves her tent for the first time. She's kind of just been singing in there this entire time. And she decides to go into the big top to sing for Edward Mordrake. Of course, as soon as she does actually arrive to the big top to sing her song, she's reeking. I think he smells that, and he decides, you know what, I'm a dip. So she just sings to herself there. It's kind of a bit of a fail. But then, of course, her ma petite comes and arrives, and I cut to the criticism of her. I did make ma petite a child. I felt like that was the best way for me to represent her. At the time, I hadn't made too many children. I kind of wanted to cover age spans. So there are teens, there are kids and stuff like that. Ma petite, her storyline is just so cute. I love her. I want them to bring her back somehow. Not gonna happen, though. Does she look like Ma Petite? No, not really. I kind of just tried to put her in a bunch of pinks and purples and light blues. A lot of like really girly, pretty pastels and stuff. That was the best I really had. After everything, the two best friends that are Ethel and Elsa, they go back to Elsa's tent. Ethel is, of course, covered in blood from killing Twisty. She's sad about losing her son, and she decides to take a bloody shit in there. Of course, there's no doors in this tent, so everyone can just see the beautiful sight of that. Meanwhile, Elsa, even though she had the failed attempt at singing for Edward Mordrake, he does decide to visit her tent, use his little green smoke powers, and because he's a vampire in my version, suck some of her blood.
Close you get now.
Alright, so after getting his belly full of blood, Edward Mordrake has decided to go visit the skating rink and do some laps, have some fun, relax. He's feeling good. He's feeling lit. And while he's doing that, actually, Dandy escapes from prison. There's a big explosion, a random wheel, and he is here. And he actually appears right in front of Twisty's grave. So that's the first thing he sees when he arrives back at the freak show. And I don't think he's too happy to be greeted by that. Dandy immediately, geez, sorry for mumbling and slurring my words all the time. I promise I'm not an alcoholic or anything. I just have a speech impediment, I think. Anyway, Dandy immediately goes on the search for Twisty's killer. He's looking for Ethel. He goes to her caravan right when she's leaving it. And then I actually ended up noticing that Ma Petite was by the scarecrow I had placed, and she starts talking to him. I tried to encourage that a little bit more, but I couldn't get it high enough where the scarecrow became someone, but I thought that would be fun. Didn't end up happening. But Dandy is on the hunt. He actually ends up kind of getting over it randomly, and then he decides not to kill Ethel. But he does go to the bar, and he sees the ghost of Twisty. So even though he wasn't able to save his friend, he is still reunited with him, and they party till the break of dawn together at the bar. But yeah, that wraps up my Sims 4 American Horror Story Freak Show episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, like always, you can download this lot. It is pretty random. It has a train on train tracks. It has a really bad bus in the woods. That was before they really started uploading different kinds of cars into Debug. That's supposed to be Twisty's bus, skating rink, a bar, outdoor kitchen, concessions. It has a bunch of random things, but it looks kind of cool at night. Didn't really show that off fully, but you can download this lot and 8 of the Sims, of course, at Singleton RW on the Sims Gallery. I don't know, when it comes to this season, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. It's kind of boring. Like, while you're watching it, it's kind of boring. It doesn't feel like it's moving fast enough. It's all kind of just like meh toned. But looking back, I like it a lot more. Like in my memory, I enjoy it, but watching it, I do not. I don't know. When it comes to my ranking, it's probably going to be Murder House, and then Asylum, and then Freak Show, and then in last place right now is Coven. Of course, you can leave your hate comments down below. Let me know what your ranking is and everything. And I will see you guys back here on Wednesday when we continue this and we do my Sims 4 American Horror Story Hotel, where I recreate the entire Hotel Cortez. So make sure to stay tuned to that. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, that way you know when that's been posted. And until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.